Get the coughs out before I start talking. Right off the bat, I'm gonna I don't have a script for this, nothing like that. I don't do that, as you guys, if the long-time subscribers would know that. I don't do anything by script. Reason my voice, yeah, I'm sick, so that's kind of why my voice is so crazy. But that's start getting off. About a year ago, I think, is when I started YouTube, something like that ish. I'm not 100% sure when the exact timeline is. I haven't really done YouTube per se. I just kind of post every now and then for fun, just for my own enjoyment, and to hopefully spread that enjoyment to someone else that also enjoys it. Because while there might be very few people that are like me, I'm sure there is somebody like me that would find enjoyment from what I do. It's kind of hard to believe sometimes, but I'm sure there is somebody out there somewhere, and I hope it gets to them. I always said I would never show my face on YouTube, just for social media has a very dark side to it. I wanted to protect myself from that. The reason I'm showing now, I'll get to in a second. So you've known me as Finn Hendrix online. I don't know if you can read it, but it's right there on my thing, my PlayStation account, Finn Hendrix. I've gone by Finn Hendrix to protect my ID online. I'm deciding to come out in public. My name is actually Raymond Finley. I will not tell you my address, tell you where y'all live, because I'm not stupid. But, correction, I am stupid, just not to that level. I'm not insane. So, at least I hope not. Anyway, so, the reason I am posting this video today is I want to get it straight that I am trying to be transparent on this platform. I will be honest, I haven't been completely transparent. You know, nobody ever posts like their worst moments on the internet. Nobody does that. And I want to get to the point where it's like the old YouTube, the old social media that we used to know, where it was just us and our life, just posting our life, right? Posting the real us. Nowadays, it's like the perfect Mr. Beast video. Not trying to get in a lawsuit there, but I'm pretty sure I can mention somebody's name without, like, anyway. I'll tag him if I have to. But, yeah, it's like the perfect da-da-da stuff nowadays where you gotta be perfectly scripted, perfectly accurate, perfectly by the law, da-da-da-da-da. I have not been trying to go by that. That's not my whole thing. I don't like that. But, like I said, I'm just kind of posting for fun. For my own enjoyment and for the enjoyment of the few that are like me. And so, yeah, it's pretty much why I've been posting. So I never really posted my name and stuff. I'll post a little bit of the content that I do for my own hobby. It's drone footage. About, I'd say, 6 years ago, I bought this. This is one of my first drones. It wasn't the first drone. I started out with like a $30 drone and worked from there. This is one of the first good camera drones I got. It's a DJI Mini 2. It's really good for the price. I'm not going to get into the specifics there. I just simply don't have time. This is the drone I bought about a year ago. It's a DJI Air 2S. Pretty cool drone. Now I have a DJI Air 3S. Anyway, that aside, and I'll post a little bit of content of that alongside it. You can also look up my Raymond Finley YouTube channel. That's of drone footage. That's what I really love doing. But that aside, the real reason I'm posting today is I was watching a video a little bit ago, and it showed a man talking about how, like, the gospel plan, the Christian gospel plan, I guess you could say, if you want to assemble it to one group, religious group. He was talking about that on the internet, and he was putting it in gamer terms, and it was pretty cool. And I thought about something. I have never really mentioned that I'm a Christian on the internet. And I'm ashamed of that. I really am. And one reason for that is I'm only recently a Christian. It was last September, which actually has been a little bit. Since then, it's like, I don't know, 6 months. Time flies. Time really, really flies. But, yeah, I'm a Christian, which might shock you. And the reason it might shock you, I might have lost a couple of you there, and I'm not surprised if I did. And here's why. About 6 months ago, or whenever September was, I don't feel like doing the math right now. I'll be honest, I'm terrible at adding up months. But anyway, About 6 months ago, I would have done the exact same. When I see a video with anything Christianity pop up, I just instantly scroll. I'm like, no, I'm done with this. And the reason for that was I was born and raised in a Mennonite church, which is, if you ask me, I would say it's kind of like a cult. Just saying, I think it is. Just me born and raised in there. That's from my experience, from the specific church I went to. I kind of thought it was more like a cult, and I still do. But I'm not going to say they are a cult. I'm just saying it's kind of like one. So I was raised in that, and I saw a lot of things that weren't right in there, and yet they were like kind of saying they were the only ones going to heaven. So I was like, oh, well, if I have to do that to go to heaven, I'm not worried about going to heaven. Later on down the road, I changed my mind on that. And one thing that changed my mind, and let me back up just a second. Just kind of talking about how lost I was and still am, honestly. I'm not lost now. It's just that I am still a very human being. And what I mean by that is online, I can be very toxic, very, very toxic. And I'm not saying that as a cool, I'm toxic bro thing. I'm saying that as me being transparent. I don't post probably 99% of the content I have. My PS5 is always completely backed up to space. I only have like 3 games on there max. Well, I have Call of Duty and another game, Ghost Recon. So the entire rest of it is hours and hours of me playing, and then I have to delete every game I play so that I can record that game. And that's just because that's how I work. I don't know why. But anyway, 99.9 of that content does not get posted. And a lot of the reason behind that is because I'm cussing. I'm calling people the B word. I'm calling people way worse words. I'm using words that I definitely should not be using other than curse words. Slang, really bad slang that a lot of you would probably unfollow instantly if you heard me say it. And that's why I didn't post it, is because us human beings do not want others to know how dark we can be. And I know for a fact that everybody has that side. I'm not trying to deflect. I'm kind of actually trying to deflect. But we all have that tendency, and I understand that. Therefore, I know that I have that tendency. And it makes it very clear when somebody else does it. I was like, oh, wow, I do that exact same thing. And I'm trying to cover up how bad I can be. So, back to the topic of, I'm kind of losing my track here. I should have probably wrote down a little bit of notes. But, yeah, about that Christian video. I saw this Christian video, and I was like, wow, that's really cool. It's for gamers. That's really cool. And something I was thinking about in the Bible, I'm not 100% sure of the verse. Unfortunately, I do not know the Bible as well as I should. In the Bible somewhere, towards the end, where it's talking about Jesus going back to heaven, and once he had resurrected, he was going back to heaven, this is kind of fitting. He had said that the gospel will reach every corner of the earth before he returns. And when I saw that video, I was like, wow, the gamer industry, and like the game industry, the video game industry as a total, is a very little reached spot by creation, like just by the gospel, by the story of Jesus. So I was like, wow, that's really cool that we're getting really close to that. We're getting really close to that final goal of reaching the entire world. And then I thought about it. My weakest point as a Christian is not speaking out about it. I'm not bold about it. I'm scared about it. And I'm like, wow, I'm scared about it. The same person that can go and trash talk somebody on the internet and get chat banned for it and not give a care in the world can be scared of reaching out about my faith. The fact that I'm saved through Jesus and going to heaven, that is crazy that I can go to heaven. And the fact that I'm not reaching out with that is just crazy to me. It's a really big weakness. And so I was like, wow, I need to reach out about that. And I got this little nudge, like God saying to me, hey, Finn, Raymond, get out of bed. I know you have a migraine. I know you're sick. Get out of bed and make this video. And you know what's crazy? I'm not lying to you at all. the second I got out of bed, I started closing these shades here so the sun wasn't coming in and blinding everything. I kind of cleaned up the papers on my desk a little bit, and got all the tissues I was using all day and went down and throwing them in the trash can. And the second I started doing that, you know what's crazy? My headache's gone. And it's been with me for half the day at least. And I was like, wow, that's just God showing off. And then I thought about it. You know what? I saw a video earlier today about there was this logger cutting down a tree, and he was saying, wind, push over this tree, wind, push over this tree. And the tree was about to fall, but not quite falling. It was cut all the way through, it just wasn't falling. And it was like creaking over a little bit, and then it would just rock back into its place. And he kept saying, wind, push it over, wind, please push it over. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, man, you gotta say, God, push that over. And he actually said it. He was like, God, push this tree over. And that tree went boom. And you could say that's a coincidence. You can say, oh, that's the wind pushing the tree over for him. First of all, who controls the wind? God does. And even if you don't believe that, the wind stopped. When he said God pushed it over, the wind stopped and the tree fell by itself. But it didn't fall by itself. God pushed that tree over. So what I'm saying is, I had a really strong urge when I was laying there in bed trying to go to sleep. I had a migraine. I was like, I got to go to sleep. It's the middle of the day. I'm really struggling with it. I got this urge. I was like, God was like, make that video, Raymond. I know you've been struggling with this for a long time. I've been knowing that I should make a video like this. Excuse me. Excuse me. I've been knowing that I should make this video for a very long time, but I've been chickening out of it every time. And the reason I've chickened out of it is because I know that I am not what a lot of people would think of a Christian looking like. I mean, I have this, which there's nothing non-Christian about this, but I have all this stuff that a lot of people don't associate. I can't say that for some reason. A lot of people don't associate what I look like and what I act. That's a big thing, is what I act like, especially online. They don't associate with that with Christianity, which is a good thing. They should not associate my cussing online. They should not associate that with Christianity, because it's not cool. I grew up thinking I was cool for talking tough and talking trash. It's not cool. So I'm not saying you're going to hell for it. I'm just saying, I should not be setting that example to you guys online of a Christian just cussing all he wants. So I'm on here today for 1, transformation, 2, accountability, and the biggest thing I'm on here for is because God told me to. I am online making this video with my real face. You can see the real me. You can see exactly what I do. As a matter of fact, I haven't shaved this morning, so you can see the real trashy looking me. I mean, heck, I'm kind of dressed up right now for me. So, yeah, you can see the real me saying that there is no part of you that is too far gone. None. If you are in the deepest part, darkest part of your life, I can't say that I have been there with you. I can't say that I 100% understand what that's like, but I can tell you who has: Jesus, because he's with you every single step of your way. And if you've taken time to watch this video, I really appreciate it. And I know that Jesus Christ, your Savior, my Savior, the world's Savior, appreciates that a lot more. And I'm not trying to clickbait and say, you got to watch this video, you're going to hell. No. I'm saying that I hope that I have been able to spread the gospel of one person. I know I only have like 50 subscribers right now. I think I actually got my 50th today. I had a 50th way long time ago, and then it dropped back because I'm a terrible content creator. But I think I got my 50th today. So if that one person sees it online and it's like, wow, I needed this, that'll be perfectly fine with me. 1 is all that matters to me. 2, that'd be crazy. 3, that'd be even crazier. But if only one person sees this out of the billions of people on the internet, that would be all that matters. And the crazy thing is, numbers aren't what matters to me or to God. What really matters is that the one person that we are able to reach is the person that needed it the most. And so if there's a person out there that's down in their depths, I can 100% testify that God can pull you up out of it. It's not going to be easy. Some Christians say, oh, it's just an easy path. You know, you give your life to the Lord and he just works it all out. I will 100% say that he works everything out for the best, but it doesn't look like that. That's not what it looks like at all. A lot of the times it looks like it gets worse. And sometimes physically, earthly perspective, it does get worse, 100%. But when you think about that's what strengthens you, it's not actually getting worse, it's getting better. But the way it's getting better is by hardening you and by strengthening you against this world. And so yeah, that's pretty, honestly, it's kind of abrupt, but that's kind of all I had to say. So I'll probably put some cool music on here. Maybe a video of Call of Duty stuff if I have anything without me cussing and being crazy, because I'll be honest, an hour ago, before I went to bed trying to go to bed with a migraine, I was on here cussing. So just being honest. So I'm gonna probably put on some drone content and maybe put on a video of probably me muted, honestly, of Call of Duty, maybe. I'm not sure. But I really hope that this reached whoever it needed to reach. And I know for a fact that if God told me to post this, it's going to reach somebody that needed to hear this. So y'all have a great day. Thank you for watching. Finn Hendricks out.